Hi, this is Bill Yeager. Now, congratulations for making the first step. Welcome to Horizon, the home of our 12-week program that's going to start you in the process of transforming what matters to us most. Our energy, our relationships, our health, our minds, our emotions, and even our finances through the transformation of your body. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Whoa, I came here to change my body. What's all this other stuff about? Well, if you really want to know, stick with me. You know, this program and the ones coming out in the future have come from my own pursuit of achievement, changing my own body, which transcended my life. And during that, I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to interview hundreds of winners, people who have made amazing transformations. And you know what I discovered? Their success left clues. They all had distinctions and patterns of their ideas, tools, and strategies. Once you understand and use them, you'll have the advantage and opportunity to achieve what you want. And I think you'll find these blueprints for success will be invaluable maps for you, and that you wish you had them earlier. Now, if you do have interest in receiving more, then keep listening. But if not, I leave you with this. Please remember that life is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Tomorrow is absolutely not guaranteed to you. Don't settle for less than who you are. You deserve a life filled with satisfaction, love, growth, contribution, significance. Welcome to the start of a brand new journey, and thank you for allowing me to coach you through it. Now, momentum has power, so let's do it. Keep listening.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Those of us who loved him and who take him to his rest today, pray that what he was to us, what he wished for others, will someday come to pass for all the world.
I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Three engine now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
My life has turned a complete different direction, all for the positive.
I'm glad that I gave myself the chance to experience all of this.
Wow, it was just amazing when I accomplished things that I had no idea I would be able to accomplish.
I still pinch myself every morning to make sure this is real and not a dream.
It definitely has been a life-changing experience for me.
This has been incredible, just absolutely incredible.
I feel like I'm in control, complete control of my life. And I feel really, there's nothing, you can't buy that.
You can't even put it in words. It's just so, God, it's just great.
I was going to get in the best shape of my life. That was my goal. Nothing was going to stop me.
You will make an astounding change in the way you feel about yourself and the way you look.
There's a saying that success begets success, and I really didn't fully realize how true that saying was until this happened for me.
My whole life I struggled with trying to feel good about myself, and I never thought that this would be the key to tell me that I was a valuable person.
These are voices of people with similar patterns. They felt pain from not living to their potential. They knew what they wanted. They had a clear vision. They constantly focused on that vision, and they saw it. They felt it. They made a real decision to make it happen. They changed any past limiting beliefs. They had a system that they put into action, and they surrounded themselves in a powerful environment. The results of your life come from your decisions and your actions. Your life can change at the drop of a hat. Like that. A 1-degree shift over time duplicates to 2, then 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64 degrees. Now you have a totally different destination, a totally different destiny. And I know, in my heart, I'm so passionate about this. You can do this. Anyone can. You just gotta make this happen for yourself. Do it for you. Hi, I'm Bill Yeager, and welcome to Track 2. The reason I put this together is to, yes, inspire you, but mostly is to create an awareness. You know, it's so often that we're distracted by our busy lives that we forget what really matters to us. Well, we have to go to work, we gotta pick up the kids, we gotta pay the bills, we gotta answer our emails, answer the phone. Whoa, there's a lot going on. No wonder we're so stressed. Stop. I welcome you to give yourself a few minutes to listen to my story. I've walked miles in your shoes, and it's propelled me to help once I found the solutions. I believe my Creator put me and you here for a purpose. I found my passion and purpose. I've been given the opportunity to embrace and live it every day. So what you're about to hear is how I became who I am today. It's a true story. So without delay, introducing myself, Bill Yeager, telling his company's story. I grew up as a small-town kid from Cheshire, Connecticut. And since a small child, I grew up battling my own weight and dealing with all the hardships that went along with that. Well, by the age 14, with instruction from my father, who was a personal trainer for collegiate athletes, I began lifting weights pretty seriously. I had to because high school football was starting in about 3 months. That summer, I pumped iron, ate like a horse, and gained about 30 pounds. All through high school, I pumped weights to get stronger. But I was always very chubby. I grew in fat, too. Well, after high school, reality set in. My son was born. I worked, went to school, was building a foundation for my family. And all I did was work. I didn't have time to exercise, although that's what I told myself. This created a lot of stress on me. So what did I do? Ate a lot of good tasting food to make myself feel better. And then it went to alcohol. It was like my reward for working so much. That's my reward for the end of the day. I'm going to eat this good meal and have this nice glass of wine. I'm going to have myself a beer because I worked hard. Well, I became so overweight and then irritable because I was getting overweight. I kept trying to disguise my fat. I was wearing big clothes. I turned my back to the mirror. I was so self-conscious. Felt like people would snicker and poke fun at me. People can be cruel that way. You know what? Maybe it was in my own mind. Who knows? Well, later on, I bumped into an old friend. We decided to meet up at a local gym to work out like old times to catch up. Well, I was so shocked during our workout and so mad that all he could lift was about half the weight he could. And I was once twice as strong as he was. He was lean, he looked awesome, the girls over at the gym were talking to him. I mean, talk about motivation. I wanted to feel that way. You know, I wanted to lean up and feel like that too. I had such a strong will at this point. I ran outside on the street till I just about dropped every day. Ate about 3 salads for meals. And that's it. That's all I ate. Well, what happened was I got so skinny and weak I looked sick. People were asking if I was okay. Not what I had in mind. Now I'm tired, I got a slow metabolism. I once again became discouraged. Daily gaining weight back, plus even more. Because what happens is when you deprive your body of food, so it learns how to store fat faster. Because it thinks it's going to starve again. So anyway, I figured I was just designed to be fat. That's it, I'm giving up. God intended me to be this way. I'm accepting it. That's it. So quickly I became sad and grumpy and irritable again. Well, this is what happened. Months later, I was cleaning out my garage, and this inspirational video fell out of a box, and it hit me on the back of the head. And I'm pretty upset at this point. I got this lump on the back of my head. Well, I go to pick the thing up. I'm about to throw it in the garbage, and I'm looking at the cover of this video, and it's got these before and after photos on the cover. And we've all seen the before and after photos of people who have made these amazing transformations. But how do I know they were real? So I go to throw it in the garbage, my hand extended. I'm looking at the cover thinking, what if? Could these pictures be true? What if I did it? Could I do it? I'm saying to myself. What if I didn't try? I'll never know. I'll look back and say I never tried. I never know. I walked upstairs, I popped the tape in the VCR, and I watched how normal people could transform their bodies so quick by doing the right things. I even related to some of their stories, and I had just about cried throughout the entire video. They were all in a slump. All these people that had transformed were in a low. They knew they wanted and needed to change, but they didn't take that step. Nor did they even know how to do it. But what intrigued me so much weren't really the changes in their bodies as it was the life changes that went along with it. I mean, myself, I was an all-time low. I hated my body.
all the experiences that go along with that. I had no self-confidence, low self-esteem. I felt embarrassed to go to the gym, embarrassed to even go out. And I had this big belly sticking over a belt and a chubby face to go along with it. I had no energy to play with my kid, who I love so much. He doesn't deserve to grow up and watch his father, the man he's supposed to respect the most, destroy himself. He used to say, "Dad, you going to be sick today? Let's go out and play. Dad, play with me." He deserves the best father I could be. It was hard to roll out of bed each day. I was better than that. I hated my job, my beat-up old condo, not having money, an old truck. The list goes on. I had enough. EAS holds a body transformation contest, the Body for Life contest, with major prizes for the winner. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe this is my way out. I didn't want to look back and say I never tried this, because then it would be too late. I knew I was a better person. I was just surrounded with fat. I have more character than this. I planned the entire eating and exercise out for 12 weeks. I cut out the junks and made time to exercise. I was so committed to doing this. I was going to make 12 weeks or die trying. I took a picture of what I looked like. I saw it and I was so disgusted. I didn't think it was even that bad. I focused on determination and the end result at all times. If others did it, so could I. I followed the plan to the T, day in, day out. I didn't miss a workout. I didn't miss a meal. Week in, week out, busting my butt in a dirty garage with a bench and some dumbbells, surrounded by before and after pictures that I put up to motivate me as I went. I'm sweating through the cardio workouts, pushing away the cake and the pizza and the ice cream. The first couple of weeks were the toughest. I was building new routines, zapping bad habits, and fighting all the soreness. But the rest of the 12 weeks zipped by. Once you get through that, the rest of it, you've got momentum. Once I started seeing results in the first couple of weeks, I gained momentum, which made me see even more results, which builds more momentum. My body changed so drastically, so quickly, but what was even better was all the life changes that went with it. My whole life had transformed. I glowed. I felt alive. It was incredible. I became so confident, like I could do anything or talk to anyone. It made me a better father. I had so much more energy to play with my son. People didn't even recognize me. I had to buy all new clothes because my pants were so loose and I couldn't even drill any more holes in my belt. I was asked to model by a talent agency to do advertisements for them. Women were talking to me that never would have talked to me before. I never felt that before. It became a revolution for me in my life. I realized that all these life experiences came from focusing on my body first. I represent what can happen to you when you combine the science of proper exercise and nutrition and an intense desire to make a change. I'm living proof that that formula can't fail, and that anyone can do this no matter what restriction they think they may have. Recent research shows that 99% of all humans are anatomically and physiologically the same, so any restrictions come from your own mind. The more people that I met, the more people that were inspired by my story and wanted me to show them how to do it too. How they too can change their body and lead an extraordinary life that they see in me. I became so passionate in showing others on how they can do it too, because I get to relive my own experience along with them. I always knew I wanted to touch people's lives, and there's no better feeling in the world than guiding people through this program and watching their lives transform. So I did. Friends and family led to their friends and family, starting in my garage and my kitchen doing the nutrition, leading to a 1,200 square foot place, and in 6 months it expanded to 2,500 square feet. My personal training facility was born, and it continues to grow, and we have this one principle in mind, and that's our mission. And here is our mission. Horizon is dedicated to inspiring and building new lifestyles for others' mental and physical improvements to in turn empower the lives around them. You know, the reason why I told you about my story is because those events, they sculpted my destiny. There isn't a day that goes by now that I don't shed a tear because someone I've been able to touch reaches a new goal or drops a pant size. But what grabs my heart is how they express how they changed their life. People say that my life before, it sounded like it was so painful. Well, the ultimate pain would have been to never have touched the lives I've had the opportunity to touch. I spent every available resource I had to open my personal training company. I set out from the beginning. If it didn't work, It would be worth it if I could just touch one life. Well, I've been fortunate to touch many lives. I know I've saved lives too. When people come off medications and drugs and alcohol and they get healthier, their bodies heal themselves, their heart, their lungs. But what drives me are those who haven't yet. That's the real disaster. Those who are so bad it's too late. People who are suffering in a hospital bed right now. They're dying. For some it was inevitable. But what about the ones that are dying because they didn't take care of their bodies? The people who sat on a couch all the time instead of moving around. The people who smoked and did drugs and drank alcohol. They developed these cancers. Now, I'm not saying that I have the cure-all, but what I'm saying is that you have a choice. And you have this chance to live longer and a heck of a lot better. But it comes down to that choice. My question to you now is this. Why? Why do you want to get in better shape? Out of all the reasons I've heard from thousands of people, it breaks down to the same thing, and that's emotion, pleasure. Now, we know the process in the beginning is difficult. It's new and our bodies are in pain while we adapt. That's not what I mean. As you reach your goals, you're going to begin to associate pleasure with the process anyway, because you're going to start feeling great from achieving. That's not what I'm talking about here. What you want to achieve, no matter what the actual goal is, comes down to 4 things. It's the 4 driving needs everyone must have. The first one is love or connection. Maybe for you, you want your relationship to be better, or begin a relationship. The other 3 I'll whip through real quick. We all have the need to improve or to grow. Or we do the opposite. We die. Next is significance. We all have the need to feel that importance. And lastly, the need to contribute in some way. For me, I focused on contributing to my loved ones. That connection, remember? And others, which even helps me today. That's what drives me. That's my driving force. If you focus and create deep, rich beliefs using each one of those driving needs, then you too will become a winner. You too will achieve. But let's rewind a little bit here. What about now? What do you look like now? Be serious. Be honest with yourself. In my story, I didn't realize how bad I looked until I took that picture and I got it developed. It opened my eyes to see it. How about you? I suggest you do it. Take a picture. Or better yet, take most of your clothes off and look at yourself in a mirror. And I'm serious. Look at yourself dead in the eyes. Is that really you? Is that what your Creator intended you to be? Ask yourself that. What if you don't change? What if you don't change now? Step into the future a little bit. Close your eyes and picture yourself in 5 years. See it and really feel it. What do you look like 5 years from now? And then 10 years from now? 10 years from now, what do you look like? What do you feel like? How are your relationships like? How's your career? How's your emotion? How's your physiology changed? After that, 20 years. Then it may be too late. Be honest with yourself. How does it make you feel? How does it affect your relationships, your career, your ability to contribute, embrace significance? The time is now to make the change, to stand up and look at yourself dead in the eyes and say, that's it. I will not be denied, nor will those who love me. That's the first step towards momentum and decision, and a step toward achievement. But if you shut me off and you put me away till later, it's going to get worse, and it's going to get harder. You owe it to yourself. It's time for you. It's time for you to give to yourself so you can give to others, the people that matter to you most, whatever it is that drives you. Find it, and find it now. What are you destined for? You may never get another chance. It's funny, I never thought I'd opened up a personal training company or be doing audio tapes like I'm doing now and different seminars for major companies. I actually originally pictured myself as a model for my end result. That's what I focused on. But I fell into my destiny. Sometimes not reaching our goals is part of God's plan to prepare us for our destiny, our purpose. So whatever the past has given you, accept it. It's prepared you for now. Alright, I've ran it a lot longer than I had anticipated because I love so much to share this information with you. To learn more, you can go to horizonpt.com, www.horizonpt.com, P as in personal, T as in training.com. I have an amazing course coming out in the near future, and it's to guide people who are already struggling to turn desires into decisions. It's going to be a really powerful program, and I'm proud to put that out. So I want you to look out for that too. I just want to give thanks to my Creator for giving me the resources to deliver this message to you, and I thank you for listening to me here. I feel although we haven't met, I've been able to connect with you as I share my story and some knowledge. I hope you too found some value in this message, and we can share your accomplishments together someday soon. You can also email me at bill@horizonpt.com. I do get tons of them a day, so I'll try to get back to you. But I most importantly hope you've created some new awareness as to how you are right now and where you can be in the near future, all by focusing on the 4 driving needs. Because by further disguising the truth and not stepping up to change is to slap the face of your Creator, your universe, and those who love you. The secrets of your destiny is inside you right now. Stop, dig deep, and listen to them so you can strengthen your love for others and the love given back to you. Strengthen your career and your ability to contribute to others, and strengthen the purpose or significance you have on this planet. Once you create these breakthroughs, you'll be able to stand proud, strong, and vital, knowing you were the one that did it. I know I had this special pride just sharing this information with you. I encourage you to share this with someone you care about as well, so you can feel the significance as I feel now for someone else's life. So please, go do what I suggested. Go look into the mirror. Look at yourself 5, 10, 20 years from now, as soon as you can, or you will get distracted, I'm positive. So for now I say goodbye, until we meet or email me to share with me your success. And please don't settle, live to the fullest. For now, I wish you well, and I hope to hear from you soon.